Hey, high schoolers, Father Dries here. We got a question on illegal use of substances. Question is, what should I do if you know, what should you do if you know someone associated with illegal use of substances? Um, so what, see here, what you, so if referring to me or to you or, okay, so it's, I'm gonna answer the question in response to kind of what, maybe you as teens uh, can do. Maybe we're, what is in your parameters, kind of purview of what to do when someone's using substances that they aren't of age, or they're illegal uh, entirely, or maybe this a particular state, Minnesota, says one of these substances is not illegal anymore, therefore it's okay to use. Okay, so referring to marijuana in particular, that doesn't make it okay. Something just because it's legal doesn't mean it's okay. So the idea of, well, I mean, the question before even answering this question is, what's the church's teaching on particularly illegal substances or mind altering substances? I mean, outside of medicinal, kind of medical purview, to use them for recreational purposes, which essentially using them without kind of under kind of doctors kind of prescribing and oversight is seriously sinful, because it's kind of escaping from reality. God has given us as humans something more than what any other visible creature in creation has. We have an intellect and a will, and so using illegal substances, these mind-altering substances, they're essentially trying to throw it off. Like, I don't want to live in reality. I don't want to. I want to reject these gifts that God has given me that kind of make me distinct from the rest of the animal kingdom, which is really a kind of disrespectful to the Lord. Now, most people don't realize it, kind of that, but that's what's part of what they're saying with their action of that. Now, often there's pain, there's something they're trying to numb, trying to escape, and that's what needs to be addressed, especially in the context of with relationships with others, and with the Lord, to bring that kind of healthy kind of what's the underlying pain there, what needs healing, versus just trying to escape reality. Same with alcohol is not an illegal substance, but if you're underage, the state, kind of respecting the laws of the government for alcohol use, is one way you kind of a healthy respect of authority, and to say, well, it's not, it's one way we respect. There's a healthy, kind of respect of authority. Now, there's when a law is ridiculous, where it's like, well, it's okay to steal your neighbor's things and whatever you want. Like, that's, well, you don't. I'm not going to respect that if certain commands of that, or so. But the reason why you understand, like, why is getting drunk not okay? Well, because you're rejecting the gift of your intellect and your will. You're saying, I don't want to. I want to escape from this, escape from responsibility, and kind of, because someone, when they're hallucinating or something, like, they don't know fully what they're doing and stuff. They're kind of, and they can harm others, and their just ability to also kind of fight against temptation, even when they're kind of aware of it, like their guard is down. Even if they have a certain cognitive ability, they just aren't able to say no to other things then that they need to say no to do the right thing. So what should you say to someone who's associated? Well, I think it's determines who it is. So let's say it's someone. Let's say someone in your family. All right, maybe a sibling, or a friend. Like, okay, maybe like, hey, just kind of always pose it as, hey, are you using this? I'm thinking, like, I'm really concerned, and I want to help you. I care for you. And they may reject it, all right? And there may be a point where you have to go to an adult, parents, or another adult, and say, hey, so and so's been using this. I mean, one of my first call outs as a priest was to on a Sunday, like the second Sunday when I was at my first parish, got called out to a place where a 13-year-old died because of a marijuana overdose. Some friends of his, kind of they were had been doing this, and so it's like the mother was distraught. So it's the importance of if someone knew that he was doing this, who would have said, hey, you're hanging around these people that are doing this and stuff. I care for you. That probably wouldn't have happened then. So there's that. What if there's an adult, like what if your parents are doing it? All right, it's like, well, maybe you say like, hey, that's not, maybe you just kind of gently say like, this isn't good. You can get in trouble with the law, or it's and that may be, if there are other adults that you can kind of trusted adults and stuff you can talk to, like, hey, what to ask for their advice, not to think I got to figure this all out as their son or their daughter, because maybe if one parent's doing it, the other one maybe say, hey, mom or dad, mom, dad's doing this, or dad, mom is doing this, do you know that, like, I'm really concerned about mom or dad, and then if there's, let's say there are other adults and stuff, like I think just kind of know who to report to, as well as kind of there's a difference between I saw them do it / I think there's drug dealing over there, or I know there's drug dealing over there. Well, it's always best to say, hey, I have to let people know that can do better, kind of in terms of greater responsibility, like at school, like you're like, hey, there's some kids that are smoking, I don't know, that in the bathroom, like that's something to let them know, or yeah. So, but not to think as a teen like you got to figure out like how to. This is where you need trust, adults that you can look up to, kind of as you can go to. You don't. It's maybe not. It's probably not always. It's not always your responsibility to have to directly address the person, but you can play an important role of kind of passing on pertinent information, not as a tattletale, but it's more of like, hey, this is harmful to them. That'd be different if you're just looking around all the time. I think they're maybe doing drugs. They're doing drugs. That's like, well, okay, come on. Let's not try to. Let's mind your own business, and not get too nosy. Get nosy in other people's business and start assuming that every interaction that looks suspicious must be bad or something. So hopefully that's helpful. But just to know, like, that's the importance of having others that you can bounce things off of, so you don't have to be like, oh, I don't know what to do with this. Well, then nothing happens, and this person doesn't get the help